So. Between streams, I did Grindelgrond. I'm back to level 5, but more importantly, I have 104 Yopo, 100 Pinde, and 127 chocolate. So,
nice.
I am...
So, magic won't be a problem for a while.
Basically, I decided to grind up until I had what was clearly the limit, 99 of these, and then it went over that. And I was like, well, never mind.
And then it wasn't the limit, yeah. 127 is also suspicious, except that some of the other ones you had more of as well, so.
Yes, yeah, it's not, that's not a limit. I did learn to sleep, Van Whitman. I know the blanket, I bought the blanket. Should get 999 chocolate, says Unsingle in chat. I did, like, consider recording a keyboard macro, but I decided that I was too lazy to, like, macro it out. Oy vey! There's more of them! I just want to save next to the cave. So I feel more prepared to go in here and not die. Or at least not die very much. I really hate that they have these right at the entrance. It's just really unacceptable. I'm still not gonna bother with them. Like, if I can avoid a fight, I'll just avoid the fight. Does the UK still celebrate Brexit Day as Independence Day? Cool. Why did it have to be bats? Why did it have to be bats? Bats pit. Not only do I now have...
That's right, so we were going down to the Atlantis area or whatever.
The Atlantis thing. So not only do I now have rabies from the bats, but I am in this savage empire where they don't have penicillin. British Empire got seceded from so many times that they wanted to try it out themselves for once. They got overexcited to free themselves from an overly federalized Europe. So they did it before Europe really got that federalized. Wow, Kyle, your persistence through the horrendous Ultima games. Admirable. Admirable. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me. Pardon me, sirs. Pardon me.
I mean, to be fair, the reason people watch isn't because the games are really good. It's because you get to experience fun ways.
Yes. They are... if Fun Wii is the goal, you can't do much better than the Ultimas. They are, high in Fun Wii. Stop stunlocking me! Oh my god, why? They all... I just wasted 3 Pinde being stunlocked by those jackasses. Okay.
3 Pindejo?
So we've got 2 Pindejos now?
Yes. You got an ingredient and a people. Or was that a person or a people?
It was a tribe. There we go. I was trying to remember what word they used. It was, of course, tribe. Should I, like, jump into this hole? Why is there
Probably you shouldn't have, but...
Why is there
it's a ladder.
cave system under the...
Because the Myrmidons did their thing. In fact, that might not even be it looks kind of like a well, but it might be more like a ant hole.
Yeah, it's definitely an ant hole.
It might... Yeah.
Okay, I'm grabbing my notebook. I'm gonna draw out this teleporter maze, because the last teleporter maze wasn't good enough. Okay. So... this place has some posts. I realized I drew out so that I could, like, map this, but I don't know what anything is, so... God. You're a real jackass, Scorpion. This sure is music. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Huh. You don't say.
Mecha dinos.
Oh, I can't hurt them. Cool. Your ancient underground city really sucks, guys. It's real bad. It's bad and stupid. So this is sort of like a town area, I guess. We need more games that require players to write things with a pencil on a sheet of paper, says Oostrom in chat. I'm just editing Ultima VI, and there was one where in the intro I said that my favorite control interface for a video game is keyboard and notepad. Huh. Cushion. It's just a cushion. It's just a cushion, everybody.
I think you mean cushion.
Cushion! That's a clay pot full of clay pots. I thought you weren't editing stuff anymore, Aspect Lad. So, I mean, I do watch it over, so that I can censor out every time I say f. Oops, there's one. So there's pre-tarred cloth in here. Interesting. So this area has, like, all the ingredients necessary to make grenadine. I'm gonna mark that teleporter as grenade.
Which means you're probably gonna need more grenadines in this area.
You can hurt the T-Rex automatons, just throw 2 grenadines at them, says Unsinkable in chat. Now imagine if instead I just didn't do that. Imagine if instead I just walk past them. You're still keeping it Christian, says Speculate in chat. I actually, like, the main reason why I censor out certain curse words is that I just find it far funnier to have the gap there. Like, I will cut it out where it's like, so it's very, very clear what was said, and I just find it far funnier that way. Hi. Can't hurt you either, huh? So there's like a snake church. I'm in the Church of the Snake. Are you anything?
Snake.
Normally I can, like, identify items by clicking on them, but it's just nothing. It's nothing, folks. Ooh, that's exciting. The scorpions hit really hard, but they usually don't have the opportunity. Like, you can stunlock them, but sometimes the game is a jackass. That's another cushion! Myrmidon corpse. Can I do anything with the Myrmidon corpse? No, it's just there. Okay. Hello. Somebody told me, and I almost certainly wrote it down.
Somebody told me.
Can you walk across that with the fire extinguisher, Aspect Lad? See, now, the problem is, if I even give it a try and it doesn't work, then I will die, and that'll be a lot of progress lost. Green canister gas for Myrmidon. Oh, okay, so it's like, it can take out a bunch of Myrmidons, probably. I probably need to put it somewhere to, like, really take care of all the Myrmidons. I really love seeing enemies spawn in front of my face. It really adds to the realism of the game. Sometimes the bleep is funnier. I remember once watching an uncensored Robot Chicken sketch where a dude curses at a child a bunch. Speaking of them just spawning. Sorry, Kyle, I can't do anything because the enemies spawn while I'm looking at the other screen. Okay, I'll yoink that too. You know, the best corn is corn that's been abandoned in an underground city for who knows how many millennia. Dry-aged corn.
Maize on the cob.
Hi. Maybe it actually grew through the pot, as the suspect that. Yeah. Aged like a fine bottle of milk. Exactly, unsingable. Okay, glad I survived that just barely, but I'm a little bit stuck here. Can I distract you? Yes, I can! You're idiots, hooray! I mean, it's a lucky thing that all of the enemies in here are just fantastically stupid. Should have played the Japanese version. Yes. A broken shield. I know, I keep expecting the, like, rugs to be something. They look like there's something, and they're just like a cushion. The hell? I mean, until the game has presented me with any reason to kill the automata, I'm just gonna let him live. I'm just gonna, you know, live and let live. It's fine.
Pacifist run.
Exactly.
Ignore the fact that you've killed multiple enemies so far.
Should have grinded to 100 grenades, says Veclad. I don't think grenades stack, so... Where are you going, though, asks Sven Whitman. I'm just exploring this part of the city right now, and I think I'm now done exploring this part of the city, because I've explored it. So I am gonna... Yeah, that's labeled as the Grenadine production facility. Fun fact, Myrmidon translates to Ant-Man, says Kyle in chat. Okay. Ancient tortillas. There are all these lights that keep turning on and off. They have to mean something. Torture olds. Tortilla from hundreds of years ago and you ate them, as Van Women? Exactly. They're aged. It aged to perfection. Another healing crystal, but I am literally out of room. No, Kyle, this is a fan translation of the Japanese one. I think, fan might also be a strong term, because we've talked to the translator, and he rightly seems to hate this game exactly as much as you should. Wow, just healing crystals sitting around, huh? Okay, I'm gonna unnecessarily munch down on some healing crystals so that I have more room for these double-headed dildos that they leave lying around. Huh. No. No. It's gonna be a teleporter maze. No, don't do this. No.
It is absolutely a teleporter maze. Have fun.
No.
Ultima has not had that many teleporter mazes, so...
No.
Welcome to hell.
I guess I will mark this teleporter... Like, mark the teleporter that got us here as teleporter maze. Like, this is the teleporter that leads to a teleporter maze. Let me just, see if I can get you to despawn like so. No. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me, sir. It is truly a good thing that the AI is proper stupid. Boy, a lot of excitement about this terrible video game in chat today. It is the duality of Japanese games that, like, Japanese games for systems that also came out in America are always either, like, the reason why they were only in Japan is either because they were the perfect video game and Americans aren't allowed that, or because they are just the worst game ever made. Like, any Japan exclusive is either the best game ever made or the worst game ever made. Nothing in between. Hey, I just got a level.
I think one thing is, like, half Japanese gamers just like pain, I think is what it is.
Oh, I'm not making any statement about, like, that all of the worst games ever made are Japanese. Anything. No. Just that the Japanese games that didn't make it to America, the reason they didn't make it to America is either because they're the best game ever made or because they're the worst game ever made. It's always one of the, it's never just like, you know, some financial issue, some, like, rights. It's always like, this game was the worst one we've ever made, or it was the best one we've ever made, and Americans don't get to have that. Okay, it seems like there's no shortage of these gas canisters. Maybe I've got enough of them. Is this the same area? Did I somehow...
It'll be great when it's not the same area, and It just all looks the same.
Yeah.
I mean, it already all looks the same.
Oh, look, it's the same area.
Yeah.
Okay, so these two are close.
Do you think there's any logic to this sort of central teleporter room?
Nope. Try actually using one of those canisters, suggests Speclad. Well, it says that they're for the Myrmidons, and there are no Myrmidons in here right now. If only they were old Gauntlet games, Dan. So much worse. Is this the same area too? It all looks the same. Yes, this is also. Why? So all three of those go so close to each other. I didn't really explore this inner area, which is why I didn't find the other teleporters, but they're all just like right next to each other. I guess there are Myrmidons in the Myrmidon hole.
Is that like there's always money in the banana stand?
There's always money in the banana stand. There's always Myrmidons in the Myrmidon hole. Hi. How you doing there, friend?
Hey, it's fire extinguisher area.
You.
Ah, the bad guy.
You.
Remember, because we did know that he came down here.
Yeah. No. I know that. So I was expecting to find like the item to defeat him here, and maybe not find him here. But here we found him here.
Yeah.
I'll bet he's gonna do basically nothing about us. Avatar,
well, I don't think
how
he
did you
dislikes
find this
you.
place? No. So he dislikes us less than he dislikes the natives because we're white.
Because he's racist. Yes.
Well, it won't do you any good. The generator you see around you are protected by the same force field that protects me. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt them. I am Dr. Johann Schleiman Spector, the Patriotless out the Nawaldobi. I've already asked those things. Force field, yeah. Goodbye. Go about your business. How did he reach here, though, asked Van Whitman. It is implied that there are, like, caves that connect this area to the like surface, and he presumably knows of one cave that I'm betting connects through here. Right through here. Oh, Myrmidons. Oh, hell yeah. Dual wielding double-headed dildos, I mean gas canisters.
Huh.
Oh. Yeah, but I can also just like attack them. Like this also works. Like they're quite killable. Like, did I need that? Oh, okay. Okay. Northeast of entrance. Dr. German von Volkswagen Schnitzel, says Kyle in chat. That's the one. Unsingable, the problem is that these Codal lights keep on flickering in and out, see? So I need my own light source. Doesn't seem to connect through. Wow, this is exciting. What a fantastical area they've made for me here. Really fun. Oh, Van Whitman, not only is it a cavern maze, it is also a teleporter maze. It is all the best mazes in one. I get the feeling that once I go through here, I'm not coming back so easily. So, I'm gonna skip out on that for the moment. Yeah, the Myrmidons are supposed to be like the real problems, and they're really not putting up much of a fight here. They're not any sort of problem at all. Yep, here I am. So it was all connected. Really boring. This is just like right over to the east, not far away. Thus far, Van Whitman, the levers don't seem to form a maze in that every lever opens the door right next to it, and it's just about making one-way doors. See, like, I'll bet this one opens this door. Admittedly, that's not right next to it, but it's not exactly far. Yeah, here I am. Wow, what an exciting area you've made here. Oh, well, there's 3 levers. Those can't all open a door right next to them. Amazing how you see me through this impenetrable wall. Weren't you supposed to beat the Mega Drum after uniting all the tribes? Asked Nettie in chat. Nettie, you just don't understand the layers of fetch quest I'm currently on in the fractal fetch quest that is every Ultima game. So, I am defeating Dr. Spectre so that I can put the Nahuatl King back on the throne so that he will join in the tribal thing. I've gotten every other tribe in on the deal because they just wanted me to, like, you know, find a stick for them or something. But this one we had to, like, defeat Dr. German von Wiener Schnitzel. Okay, so this is just nothing. There's nothing you can do from here. I'm gonna write it as closed in. Van Whitman, I suspect that there's a post-game after the uniting the tribes. I don't think it'll literally end when you unite the tribes, but that's probably like the, you know, once you do this event, you can't turn back kind of thing. Like that's the entrance to the end game. A lot of gemeralds down here. A lot of torturalds down here. Let me just face the wrong direction. Let me just face the wrong direction again. Oh, that was fun. Oh, good. Here's the lever maze. Thought there might not be a lever maze. I was imagining things.
Why?
It is Ultima. Obviously, they're going to have every form of misery they can stuff into one game. Don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Maze and misery have the same etymological root. I know they don't, but they do for you.
Maze, misery, and Myrmidon. I mean, you don't need the boss music for one ant jerk. You just don't.
It wasn't the boss music, though.
Yeah, well, okay, fine. The enhanced battle music. The battle music level 2.
Right.
So this is just the spider corner. Cool. So glad. Ooh. Huh. Really? I interacted with the puddle before the fountain. What can I do with these fountains? The other one, I couldn't figure out anything to do with it. Do I use a paddle on the fountain? That's exactly it, Kyle. That's exactly it. I would love to regain my throne, Avatar, but first I need you to go to the sacred grocery store. I must have the eggs of courage, the butter of strength, and the milk of human kindness. Except, Kyle, that then there will be like 50 more tasks involved with each of those. The thing is, Speculate, this is a tar bucket. I don't just have an empty bucket to fetch water in. Wow.
For me, kindness is on a separate line of everything of the rest. It's on its own line, and so I didn't notice it, so I just saw the milk of human.
Good. Disgusting. But it's human milk ice cream, so...
So it's okay.
I don't
Maybe it's
really...
human milk green tea ice cream.
I have genuinely no clue what that "so" was supposed to mean. If you're fighting the Myrmidoodles, you're gonna fight some mommy Myrmidoodles, says Van Whitman. But they're not mammals. They're ants. They don't have mammaries.
I don't know if Van Whitman was actually referring to the human milk conversation. I think Van Whitman just liked the alliteration of mommy Myrmidoodles.
Also, a Myrmidoodle is half ant, half poodle. Huh. Okay.
Nettie, I think you're probably wrong. Nettie suggests that you might not be able to tell you're drinking human milk unless someone told you. That might be true of, like, cheese or ice cream? Maybe? but I don't think it would be true of milk. I think you'd know that it was. You would know that it wasn't cow's milk.
I think that like people
different milks have different amounts of proteins, different kinds of proteins.
Like I think people recognize the difference
like
between goat milk, horse milk, and cow milk. So
exactly.
But it's shocking how much human milk and horse milk taste identical. Well, that was easy. So will this close it? No, that's something else.
You don't get horse milk from male horses, ya weasel.
What? Why? Explain yourself, Molo. Explain.
I have no explanation. I just wanted to make it sound like you were. I just wanted to make it sound like you were thinking something else, or that not thinking something else, but mistaken
you
about
were,
something.
as always, thinking something else. Gee, if only I had a fire extinguisher that could extinguish fires. I'm actually gonna try the fire extinguisher. It's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, that is true. It's not gonna work.
It's too bad this fire extinguisher has nothing to do with fires.
It makes no sense. Does the fire act? I mean, it's not going to, but does it? It does not. Okay, so you just take damage when you go through there because fire extinguishers only work on lava. Okay.
Would dolphin milk taste fishy? Ask Nettie in chat. You know, it's hard to imagine that dolphin milk wouldn't be like saltier because of the ocean water. I feel like it would be very, very difficult to start the artisanal dolphin milk business.
Yeah, but dolphin cheese, like cheese already should be salty, but I guess it's going to be too salty because it's going to concentrate the salt.
Well. What about elephant milk? Says Van Whitman.
It would not surprise me if some culture in human history had relatively regularly drank elephant milk.
I imagine the most likely would be
the smaller
African
breeds of
elephants, yeah. The nope.
Well,
not gonna remember.
Suggests that an article says that elephant milk is one of the most extreme milks of the animal kingdom, in which case, if it's extreme and therefore people probably wouldn't like it. I don't know. Are you not going to read this, or is he saying the same thing?
They said all of that before. I was just hoping that he might have anything new to say, but it doesn't seem that way. No, so far it's all the same. Apparently, elephant milk does not have a balance of nutrients that's healthy for humans, says Moonstone in chat. I think, generally speaking, like, if you're over 1, then no milk is really particularly nutritious for you. Ooh. Is leather armor or bark armor better? Probably leather armor. If only the game would tell me! I'm just going to assume that leather armor is better.
Why would it do that? Why would you expect the game to tell you anything?
No, it's not that I expect it. It's that I still feel justified in complaining when it doesn't. That's all. So the problem with the lever mazes is that these have definitely all opened something, but now I have to like backtrack and try and guess which door that wasn't open before is now open. Well, this isn't open. What's this about Echo the Dolphin? Why is dolphin milk making you think of Echo the Dolphin, everyone in chat? I mean, particularly Hoomstava, you get the blame on that, but, like, I blame all of chat for letting it drift in that direction. I mean, it's entirely Malo and my fault for... we didn't introduce dolphin milk, we introduced the topic of weird milk.
We didn't do anything. It's not our fault. Nothing's
our fault. That one's already open. Would the gas kill the fire? Asked Van Whitman. I really doubt it, but that's an interesting thought.
If anything, it might cause it to grow?
So this is the other side of that door that I went, oh, that door is not open, which means I could have gotten to the other side anyway, so it's a pointless door. This is more or less how I entered this maze area. Anything new? Yeah, there's the entrance right there. Wait.
This is the,
no.
This is the, I guess it's more of the equivalent of a dungeon. I was going to say this is the equivalent of the underworld in the other Ultimas.
Wait, pots in a fountain, says Van Whitman in chat. Yes? Post a clip of this stream whenever somebody complains about the complexity of Zelda dungeons.
Van Whitman was suggesting you pick up that pot and bring it to the fountain.
You can't pick up pots. Don't be you can't pick up pots.
Okay.
Don't be ridiculous. Obviously, you can't pick. There are clay pots that you can pick up.
Right, clay pots that you can pick up, but not pots. Okay, that makes sense.
And to make it even better, there are like pots that you can't pick up that have the exact same sprite as the clay pots that you can pick up.
Yes.
But this isn't that. Oh, I see what you're saying, Van Whitman. No, the clay pots are for grenadine. They're not for like holding water or anything. We already know the use of the clay pots. Here we go. Here's an area I haven't explorated. Hopefully that opened. Oh, I can go away. Just go away. Look around you. Just look around you. Yeah, obviously clay pots are for making grenades. Everyone knows that. Every aspect of this game makes flawless, perfect sense.
I don't see why anybody would be confused about that.
Every time I find a lever, I'm so excited, but then it just means now I get to spend an hour, like, figuring out what that lever did. Oh, I'm gonna mark this teleporter as lever maze. Grenades come in clay pots in Dark Souls, if I recall correctly, says Hoomstrom in chat. Now, when you say they come in clay pots, do you mean like you find them in clay pots, or they are made of clay pots? I guess, you know, clay could be somewhat effective shrapnel.
I think clay is the original. Yeah, I think clay is the original explosive, like grenade, basically, because it's just strong enough to you know, hold in the explosion until it is explosive.
Well, I mean, the main thing it needs to do is shrapnelize. So the question is, does it form dangerous shrapnel?
I think the main purpose of the case, I mean, yes, shrapnel is like a positive side effect for war, for killing people, but I think the main purpose of the casing of a grenade is to be the right strength to hold the explosion until it's super explosive, and then explode. Like, as in, if it was too weak, obviously you would get a much weaker explosion. So, if it was too strong, it would completely hold it in. Or
my understanding is that, like, the term grenade is usually used synonymously with shrapnel grenade, where the actual, like, explosive vigor, the pressure wave is not the main damaging element. It is the shrapnel. But I think the shrapnel is just crap they throw in the grenade. It's not the shell of the grenade.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
I think what you're saying is true, and yet it doesn't. It doesn't detract from what I was saying. I think what I was saying is also true.
I like to think that the Avatar's leather armor is still torn and chest exposing, says Kyle in chat. Yes, this is the leather armor you're seeing now. Very effective. Does not even protect the nips.
It's blue leather.
So, when you get more health, or when you get more levels, rather, your healing spell becomes more effective. I mean, I guess that's good, but it does seem like
That's good, and I think it makes sense. Because you don't get like multiple levels of healing spells, so it's kind of like you're in a regular RPG. It's kind of like your piety going up or something.
Yeah. Usually you would get another level of healing spell. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Always good to say I've studied explosives in a public chat, Kyle. 100%. No reason to be concerned about saying that in a public chat. Oh, that lever's already levered. Heal restores level -2 heart, says Unthinkable in chat. So if I got heal at level 1, it would actually hurt me by 1 heart. Good to know. By the way, left is on and right is off, which is like... It just feels wrong. I don't know, like between left and right, I don't know which one should be on.
I agree that feels wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any good reason to feel like that's wrong, but I do think that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, left is open and right is closed, I guess, which I'm associating with on and off, but there's no reason why one of those should be on. It's not an electrical device. Come on, what did I unlock? This game is made of garbage. What's the Canadian version of the FBI aspect ladder chat? Kyle said it. I was just providing the media. The medium, rather. Why? I'm just walking over areas. Here it is. Finally freaking found it. Jeez. And now I get to do that again.
I'm not sure what you were expecting, or I guess it's not an expectation, but this is exactly what you would expect.
It is not what I am complaining about is not the difference between expectation and reality. It is the experience, like the lived experience.
Yeah.
Not the disappointment. Has CSIS ever backed any coups against democratically elected heads of state? As in chat. I mean, probably in cooperation with the CIA. But it's okay because they were communist or just didn't export bananas at an acceptable price. And that means it's okay.
But were they grow Michelle bananas or Cavendish bananas?
No, that's the real problem. If any South American state starts exporting the Big Mikey bananas rather than the Cavendish we all desire, then a coup is needed. This is obviously the final goal here.
I see. The extinction of the Gros Michel is not an actual extinction. It's an effectual extinction because every time they pop up, we crush them.
The CIA steps in.
The CIA crushes them. Yes, exactly.
The Cavendish Intelligence Agency.
It all makes sense now.
Like, even by us during Ultima standards, this is rule stupid. No, they've all been switched. What did I do? No. And I can't go back through a teleporter because when you teleport, everything reverts its state. So I know that it's all within this area, but this area is huge and unlabeled. Wait. That one's off. Wait, but I already had access to that one, didn't I? No, this is different. This is different. It looks the same, but it's different. I think. I hope. Because the alternative is that they're reverting state. No, this is different. I haven't been in any of this area. This is all unfamiliar.
Mobs are like...
The mobs respawn.
I was going to say mobs revert state almost... Yeah. But
as far as I can tell,
but yeah, it would be
what's in pots
a very
and
bad
levers.
game. Yeah.
But also, this is all unfamiliar to me. This doesn't look familiar. I refuse to map, Van Whitman. How dare you even suggest that? But also, this, like, mapping would barely help because I would need to associate levers with what they what they switch, and it's not even clear how to know that. But I am concerned because aspects of this area look very similar. But maybe they just reused the aspect. No! I refuse to believe that the levers reset, Van Whitman. That would be... But there's that. And there's that. It cannot... It can't. It cannot be that the levers reset. It can't be. It just would be such a...
This is an Ultima game, Yaweasel.
No, this is this. And this lever is reset.
Hey, Yaweasel, this is an Ultima game.
But this isn't the kind of mistake an Ultimate game makes. Except that the whole thing about Ultimate games...
This wasn't a mistake. This was...
The whole thing about Ultimate games is that each game is terrible in a unique way. Oh. That's not okay.
I still don't know why you assume this was a mistake.
Well, so
this is a torture device.
I'm assuming that was not... So it was quasi-intentional in the sense that, like, they didn't actually want to make this maze worse.
They just didn't have bother
enough
coding
RAM,
it. Right.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No.
Ay, Dios mío.
I don't even know how to map this to figure it out. Like, I don't even know what to do to make progress with this, with the game resetting the levers. Oh, no. Oh, and that's that one. So these are the same lever maze. So the top three are all right next to each other, and the bottom two are right next to each other. What a terrible video game. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me. God, it's good that the defenses are radically ineffectual. Hello. What? What am I missing with the giant heads? I don't remember any giant gold dinosaur heads. Now, if I needed to activate a dinosaur head, what would I use? What is the gold dinosaur head activation mechanism? Okay, this is this. A gold dinosaur bone, suggests Speclad. That makes as much sense as anything. Man, that pan flute player's going at it, says Kyle in chat. It's like Orientalist music, except for a completely fictional culture. Like... I mean, it even is just a bit Orientalist in that it's like suggested, because there are like that, you know, classic sort of Arabian lick in there occasionally. The music is not great. I mean, it's not terrible, but the music is no more racist than the rest of this game. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
It's completely fictional. It's utopian rather than Oriental, says Speclad in chat. But it has like, it has instruments and melodies that are clearly meant to mimic things in reality. Rims. Maybe I throw a gas canister at it. Well, that did nothing. Hey, open it up. Open the lever in there. Let me in. You gonna eat those ribs? Well, they are just the bones, but yes. This lever reset. All I did was walk in a circle in this lever. No! No!
What did you do to deserve this?
Generator, that's what I needed. Near where you entered the city, it's literally surrounding you. Like, right here, surrounding you. There are a group of transporter plates. I did write this down, but I'm going to write it down better. Should have played the original PC one, says Van Whitman in chat. But I'm getting to explore a different style of terribleness. South Central Plate. South Central Plate. You'll be in the southern part of the city. Southern part of the city. Go east and then south as far as you can. East and south as far as can. Move east until you can enter the complex corridors where the humans used to live. East to complex corridors. I wrote corridors with an E at the end, so it's corridors. Work your way north as far as you can. North as far as can. Go west until you find a transportation plate. West to transporter. Step on it to find the generation chamber. Didn't the translators last time say these instructions are bullshit, says Speculated Chat? Yes, however, it's like, you know, if you're talking to the devil who speaks in half-truths, it's better to go with half-truths than just literally groping around blindly. Like, half-truths are half-true. East, then south as far as you can. Probably involving opening this door. Probably with that lever. Probably involving getting killed by these infinity spiders. Got enough of them? Got enough spiders? Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm causing a real problem for myself here. Avengers, infinity spiders, says Speculated in chat. What they're avenging, I don't know. They're not even the Myrmidons.
They're avenging Spider-Man.
Okay. Then south as far as possible. Get killed by those. Then east to complex corridors. Are these complex
corridors? For some reason triggered a They Might Be Giants song in my head.
Possibly because you're you.
The lyrics aren't complex corridors. Probably because I'm me.
Then west to the transport. I'm betting that it's that way, and I need to figure out how to get that particular
Darkened
door
corridors.
open.
I walk along darkened corridors.
Wow, quite a lot of levers over there that I can't get to. Really nice of them to put this lever here that has nothing to do with the door right next to it. Very, very cool. Okay. So my suspicion is that my goal is west there. So I need to find the lever that does that. And it's probably one of those. That one's already on, because that's where I came from. Don't get killed.
Is it already onk?
Wow. Do I even have the onk here? I see no evidence that I have the onk.
I don't think so.
I mean, I am the avatar, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Well, welcome back to the very same lever maze I was already in, but at least now I have a little bit of direction? Maybe? Do you need an Onk, asked Van Whitman? I don't think the Onk ever actually did anything. It's like, it was probably filled with chocolate. It's just to, You know, like the Schwartz was inside you all along. It's that kind of thing. I've definitely just switched exactly the correct levers, and now it'll go directly there. Do not pass go. Do not collect... I don't remember how much dollars you collect. $200? $200?
200.
Also, I don't remember how to say how many dollars, so I say how much dollars. Oh, I'll just lock myself in. Pretty cool.
Ikura desu ka?
I assume you were saying that in Japanese, because in Japanese, the way you say $200 is $200. So much for that.
I was saying, how much is it? Ikura desu ka? $200 would be 200 doraru. I actually don't know dollars. I assume it's doraru.
I assume that when you're talking about quantities of dollars, you use the...
200
yes, exactly.
doraru.
Huh. I have no idea how you would ever get to that lever. There's not even like a teleporter in there. What?
Where can you... where was that again? In that room down in the bottom?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can fall into it.
Oh, no.
But then how would you get out? There's that weird thing on the right, of that room down there, which looks suspicious. That hole.
Yes, that whole area looks pretty suspicious. Which of these? Let's. Okay, that's that one.
You just locked yourself in. Good job.
Yeah, these things happen. Okay. Yeah, that's that. I'm assuming out of sheer optimism that every lever only
Could there be a fake wall? Have you pressed up against all of the walls?
Oh, no, it is Ultima, isn't it? Oh, the game is Ultima, Mala. Why is it... Well, at least they haven't forgotten their bullshit roots. Oh, this is... That's also a lever. The thing's also a lever. It's a lever. It's also a lever. This is a lever right here.
And the pot is also a lever, yeah.
Pot is a lever.
And that's probably the actual one you need to pull.
But
the one in the pot.
Just tried it in both orientations and it didn't do this door. But maybe I needed like all of them in the correct position or...
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, this game is horseshit.
Okay.
There's just some sushi on the ground there.
Is that a mine on the floor? I think that's a mine. I think you're going to step on it and blow up.
This is a bullet.
Bulays.
Thing. It's a thing in which you store bullets. That I can't walk past? Is this some kind of fucking joke? What? Yes, right. Pots do something, says Van Women. Well, in some sense,
maybe there have to be bullets in it.
Oh, that's the teleporter I want right there.
Maybe there have to be bullets in it because maybe it's a weighted pressure plate.
But I just took the bullets out of it. It's a magazine. Thank you, Speclad. That was the word I was looking for. I would say there's approximately a 0% chance that you need to have the exact right number of bulays in there.
Yeah.
I think...
Oh, yeah, there's another door on the right. Okay,
I think that this door has another goddamned, like, combination lock.
Yes.
That was it.
There it is. There's the combination lock.
This is also a combination lock. Why?
It's always good when there's a room with just 3 levers, and you're going to have to guess every possible combination.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sushi magazine.
001, 010. It was 010. What else is there in this room?
Let's count in binary with Yellow Weasel.
But there's a whole lot of nothing in this room. What is going on?
You still have another 50 minutes before the midstream break to scream, too.
I love video games. I love them. I love video games.
Maybe if you say it emphatically enough, it'll become true.